For the start of today's example, we're going to begin in the MSP's instance of ConnectWise. We're going to show you what you would be able to see, and then I'm going to show you what Mission Control sees on our side. This is a ticket that we've searched for. It's ticket number 254. This ticket could have been created in a number of different ways. It could have been created by an RMM alert, some other integration, an end user sending in an email. In this case, we've manually created this ticket. I've actually manually created this ticket. And we're going to treat it as a test case. This is obviously a demo, and we're going to pretend that Obi-Wan Kenobi has lost a file, and we need to make sure that somebody helps him get it back. So let's dive into this ticket. So here I have ticket number 254. This is a pretty standard ticket in ConnectWise. You'll see that the ticket number and ticket title are at the top, just like you'd expect. There's a company in contact. Obi-Wan Kenobi is the user in this case, and I've made the ticket for him. And you'll notice that it's on a HelpDesk board. Again, the board you can decide. What boards Mission Control works on, what we don't. The ticket in this case had a status of closed. We'll show you how we got there. And everything customizable about a ticket, like the types, the priorities, the urgencies, are all still customizable within the integration. In this case, you'll see that the ticket owner is assigned to HelpDesk support. That is the name that for this particular ConnectWise instance and for this MSP that they've decided to call the Mission Control resource. Mission Control will have a resource in your ConnectWise, and the name of the resource is fully customizable. They could have called it Knock, Support Desk, Help Desk, Billy Bob. It really doesn't matter what they would have called it. In this case, we call it HelpDesk Support. That's the name of the resource that will be the owner of this ticket. The description of the ticket you'll see below. The user was working on a file, went for a coffee break. When they came back, the file was closed. Now they can't find it. Please help. And that's kind of how this life of a ticket starts. And then we need to see the work that was done. As we go down, you're going to see some internal details. You're going to see when it created the ticket, I did add that it was a demo ticket. You'll notice that that is an internal note. That's not a public note. It's internal. And you're also going to see soon after that, well, basically at the same time, that the ticket was assigned to MC Control. Now, that is the actual resource name. The name HelpDesk Support is what the name, the actual person's name is of the user. So we can see that it was assigned to the Mission Control user at this time. There's another internal note immediately after that. And this is where the information starts to touch both sides, because now we're going to see that the ticket has reached Mission Control. This is an internal note that your clients don't get to see. And it's a note that describes that the ticket has been added to the Mission Control side. The ticket has bridged to Mission Control, and it identifies the ticket number that Mission Control has on their side. We'll show you our side later. You'll see that it's the exact same, but it's very important that everything is time-stamped here. We know at this time Mission Control got the ticket, we know what time they got it, and we know what the ticket number is. If we go up just back to the top here, there's also a couple of customizable fields. In ConnectWise, they're called user-defined fields or UDFs. One of them is a field we've called bridge, which is set to yes, and now we know for sure the ticket has been bridged, and these are searchable. The reason we made UDFs are so they're searchable. And MC ticket number, this is again the Mission Control ticket number. Again, we make these UDFs so that you could search for them easily within your PSA, and now we know for sure, again, the ticket is bridged, we know what the ticket number is. Shortly thereafter, somebody at Mission Control grabs this ticket. We're going to see Rocco V is the actual resource. And it's not like now Mission Control has the ticket, because that's what happened here. Now an actual person, Rocco V, has the ticket at Mission Control. We know when they started to work on it, and it says that they're gathering information. So now we know the ticket's in progress. And that's actually what would have happened in here, is that the ticket would have moved to the in progress status. After that, we're going to have, if we go to the all section here, we're going to have a time entry. Now, again, it's indicated, right? This is an internal note. This is a time entry indicated here. And you're going to see that, again, RV or Rocco V is the initial on this time entry. It's Rocco's job to make sure he notes the work that was done. So there's no question about the work here. And again, he notes every detail about what he did. What's interesting at the end of this is that you'll see that there's a spot for recommendations. And if we go to the time section over here, in the time log, you're now going to see the full detail of not only his note that is publicly viewable by the client, your user client, but also an internal note that Rocco left for your convenience. He adds that there's some extra discovery that might be of concern to you, the MSP, and make sure that you'll know about it, so if you need to upgrade some memory or anything like that, that you can do that. So again, we've got detail that the client can see and the client cannot see. This time entry was a 10-minute time entry, started at 11:35 and at 11:45, 0.17 hours, 10 minutes. And so that's really the summary of what the MSP gets to see, what you get to see. And now that you've seen it on your side in ConnectWise, I'm going to show you what we see at Mission Control on our side. I've got another tab open here, And one of the things that we would have noted in the original ticket in ConnectWise is that we had the mission control ticket number as this, ending in 0057. When I go with our system, 0057, that's the ticket I've searched for to bring up this result. So when I look at ticket number 0057, first of all, we can see the MSP ticket ID is number 254. That matches, right? That's the ticket number that we had in ConnectWise at the MSP side. The ticket title matches. In this case, it's obviously a development client, but the client was listed as LexCore.io. LexCore.io was the client. So pretty well everything here matches. We'll also notice here that Rocco V was the resource on the ticket. The ticket right now is matched at a status of complete, and lo and behold, the ticket creation time as well as the amount of time worked on the ticket in my summary does match that 0.17 that we saw in the ticket time entry in ConnectWise. So we're going to dive into the ticket and see what it looks like for us. When I open this ticket, pretty well everything we'd expect to see is here. We've got the appropriate client, the appropriate title, description. Everything here looks like it was when we saw it in the MSP's version of ConnectWise. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show this to you side by side. So now I have the ticket side by side. I've got the mission control instance of this ticket on the left, and I have the ConnectWise version of this ticket on the right. They're going to look pretty well identical. We're going to go through it. If I scroll down on our side to where the life of our ticket actually starts, you're going to see the bridge information. It looks just exactly like it did on the ConnectWise instance of this ticket, where the ticket was added to mission control as our ticket number. We see that the ticket has been added to you as your ticket number. Ticket number 254 does line up. That is your ticket number. And so we know the ticket number on either side. That's very important for referencing for each other. Also, you'll see the ticket was synchronized at 11:01 for that entry, which is lining up on both sides. So there's no question when the ticket bridged. We know what each other's ticket number is. That's really great. Following that, you're going to see some internal notes of the information that came over once all the bridging was done. I'm going to see the initial description that was here. I was working on my file. And you'll see my name on it because I'm the one who made the ticket in ConnectWise. So that comes over as my internal notes. You'll see as well the internal note of not to work on it and that it was assigned to the mission control resource. So the notes have come over. And then we know that Rocco grabbed the ticket. And you'll see that his internal note is here working on it, that mission control is gathering information. That's his right here. So that's where Rocco's efforts start. And then finally, you'll see his time entry. The time entry should match identically. You'll see RV. Here's the details. And you'll also note again that the time matches. 11:35 to 11:45 is the detail on the time entry. When I go to the time entry details, again, that's where you'll see the internal details. So this is Rocco's public viewable note that the client can see. That's the time entry itself. And then here's the internal notes that Rocco makes as the recommendation to the MSP. And once again, you'll see the timestamp lines up 11:35 to 45, 0.17, which is what this will be when it rounds up. So all of your billing, all of your reporting, all of the numbers associated with this integration will be perfect. On our side, we also can show you that we do have the correct contact information. We do have that the ticket was marked as complete. Even the priority lines up. So it's pretty well perfect. That's what you should expect to see with an integration with ConnectWise and Mission Control. We look forward to working with you.